Hi everyone, Scott Elmer with the Guardian Canary. This video is designed to show you how ITAS, our Imminent Tornado Alerting Service, works. The following slideshow is going to give you an in-depth, step-by-step guide into the inner workings of ITAS. We know there's been some questions and maybe even a little confusion to the exact way that ITAS alerts. We want to preface the following slideshow by reminding you to always heed the advice and the call to action statements issued by the National Weather Service office in your location. This slideshow is to show you how ITAS works. In this slideshow, we'll be discussing how the National Weather Service issues tornado warnings, how people receive those tornado warnings, how ITAS filters tornado warnings and sends out alerts. We'll have a scenario involving two different customers. We'll discuss why you need ITAS, and we'll also help you set up your phone contact for the ITAS alerts. So how does the National Weather Service issue tornado warnings? As most of you know, the National Weather Service uses radar to look inside storms. They're able to see their structure, their wind speed and direction, and other variables. They use this information to determine if they think a tornado is occurring in a particular area. Once they have decided if they think a tornado is occurring, they issue a tornado warning. They decide at what speed they think the tornado is moving and what area will be affected. On the right-hand side of the screen, you see what is often referred to as the polygon. The red shape there is the area they believe will be affected by the tornado. Once the National Weather Service has issued the tornado warning, the public receives it in a variety of different ways. They could receive it from television. They may hear outdoor sirens. They may receive a wireless emergency alert if they are close to a cell tower that is within the polygon. They may also receive it from a weather radio. After the National Weather Service has issued the initial tornado warning, they can update it or modify it using what's called a severe weather statement, or an SVS. In these severe weather statements, they can trim the warned area, make the polygon smaller once the danger has passed people by. They can change it to say that it has been observed by the public. They can change it to show that tornado debris is being seen on radar. They can also use a severe weather statement to cancel the warning. Now let's talk about ITAS. ITAS stands for Imminent Tornado Alerting Service. So how does ITAS work? ITAS takes all tornado warnings and severe weather statements issued by the National Weather Service and reviews them to see if those warnings or statements meet the imminent criteria in the software. Now, what do we mean by imminent criteria? ITAS is looking to see if the tornado has been observed, if it has been confirmed, if it has a debris signature seen on radar, or if other conditions have been met, such as the National Weather Service attaching a tornado damage threat level with it, or if it meets certain parameters installed in the algorithm during nighttime hours. Once the imminent criteria has been met, ITAS uses the same polygon constructed by the National Weather Service to determine if we have any customers that are in the warned area. If so, it sends out text alerts to let the customer know they are in imminent danger. The entire process takes milliseconds. Now let's go through a scenario involving two customers and how ITAS would alert them. We have two fictional customers for our scenario. The first one is Robert Decker. He is 45 years old. He lives in Holly Springs, Alabama. He owns a smartphone, but does not own a weather radio. Our other customer is Sally Johnson. She is 75 years old, lives in a mobile home in Oneonta, Alabama. She does not own a smartphone or a weather radio. She has an old flip phone. Our scenario begins at 8:30 at night when a tornado watch has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center, and it is valid from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. After the tornado watch is issued, our first customer, Robert Decker, decides to watch television coverage for an hour or so of the severe weather until midnight, where he sees it starting to calm down and decides to go to bed. Sally Johnson, on the other hand, went to bed at 8 o'clock and she has no idea what the weather is doing outside. At 12:29, the National Weather Service in Birmingham issues a tornado warning. The tornado is radar indicated. ITAS receives the warning, but does not do anything. It does not alert because the warning does not meet the imminent criteria. After the initial tornado warning is issued by the National Weather Service, our first customer, Robert Decker, receives a wireless emergency alert on his smartphone because he lives close to a cell tower that is in the warned area. But he chooses to ignore it since things were starting to quiet down before he went to bed. On the other hand, Sally Johnson is still asleep and has no clue what is going on around her. At 12:31 a.m., a severe weather statement, or SVS, is issued by the National Weather Service in Birmingham to update the original tornado warning. The tornado is now confirmed. ITAS receives this SVS and initiates the alert process since the tornado warning now meets the imminent criteria. After ITAS sends out the text alerts, our first customer, Robert, receives it and immediately takes shelter in his basement. Our other customer, Sally, is also awakened by the text alert because her daughter set up her ITAS subscription for her. She immediately heads to the Mobile Home Park's tornado shelter, knowing she is in immediate danger. Now let's talk about some of the benefits or why you should use ITAS. ITAS drastically reduces false alarms. Typically, the National Weather Service tornado warnings are false alarms more than 70% of the time. On the flip side, ITAS alerts verify, which means there was evidence of the tornado being on the ground, more than 70% of the time. Also, ITAS alerts go off of the GPS location of your home or business. Also, by using text messages, they are more apt to go through to your phone than other types of notification from apps. After you have gone to theguardiancanary.com and signed up for ITAS, you can then set up a contact in your phone. The last part of this video, we will show you how to set up the contact in your phone for ITAS alerts. For this slideshow, we will show you how to use an iPhone. You can set up a contact in any type of phone. For those of you that have an iPhone, the first step is to locate the Contacts app on your phone and select it. Next, select the plus sign in the top right-hand corner to add a new contact. Next, enter the information for that contact. We recommend using Imminent Tornado for the first name and entering the Guardian Canary for the company. The phone number that you'll want to put in is provided when you sign up. Next, scroll down just a little bit till you see the text tone field and select it. At the top of the field, you'll see Emergency Bypass. Move the button to the right. This will allow you to receive ITAS alerts even when you have Do Not Disturb on. Then scroll all the way to the bottom until you see Classic. Select it. Choose Alarm at the top. The phone will then play the sound that will be made when you receive an alert from ITAS. Next, select the Text Tone Back button to take you to the previous screen. Then choose Done at the top right. Choose Done one more time. That's it. Your contact has been created. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, concerns, issues, or just want to give us some feedback, feel free to message us on social media or email me personally at ceo@theguardiancanary.com.